Okay, good afternoon, commanders. This is just a quick tutorial on something that I've been doing lately in the game and I've been finding very enjoyable, and that is defending installations and megaships in systems that have a war or civil war state. So the first thing you're going to want to do is find on the galactic map a particular state. So you can do this by using the map filters, and you can see that says state there, and I've just highlighted war and civil war. Now I'm not sure if it works with other states like civil rest or civil unrest or lockdown, but the two ones that I've been getting success with are these two. Now once you travel to that system, what you want to do is you will want to go to the status and have a look for which are the actual factions that are at war or civil war. And you can see there the top two here, I've got that little current states, you've got the little cross swords which indicates a war state. So at the moment in this system we have NLTT 47967, Autocracy, and Astronauts International at War. So then what we want to do is find an installation or a megaship or some other site that is owned by one of those two. So in this case we've got this Tau 975 Belmash Reformatory. So if you lock onto it, you'll see that down there on the lower left hand side you can see that it is owned by NLTT 47967 Autocracy. So if we go to that, if we go into Super Cruise, and it's not very far away, and I'll use good old Super Cruise Assist just to make things simple. You'll notice that nearby is a Earth-like world. Quite often the case in light. It's better if you find a system that has a fairly large population. So while you're going around these systems, you can, if you haven't been to the system before, you can scan them with a detailed surface scanner to make some extra money, which is also a useful thing to do. Right, so once you're at the structure, you might want to put on your night vision, just to make things easier to target and to see what's going on. Now, in this case, it's just going to be a case of waiting. Usually within about 5 minutes, something will happen, but not always, so we'll see what happens this time. So what will happen is that you will get a message up here, and then you pick which side you want to fight for. Usually it's a lot, if you're in a anarchy system, then it's just going to be one faction ships against the other. If you're in a non-anarchy system, or non-anarchy area I should say, because systems can have different areas, different security areas within them, then you will probably want to side with the defenders, because most likely you will get system authority ships will jump in and they will help the defenders. So if you decide to attack in that situation, you're going to have to be you're going to have to be fighting the system authority ships, which usually outnumber you quite heavily. If you're in if you're in an anarchy system, then the system authority ships will not appear, and you can have a better chance of winning an attack. So when you attack, you'll be like taking out turrets, power systems. You might possibly be stealing cargo. Whereas if you're defending, all you're doing is just you'll be defending usually about 3 waves of of ships. Some of them will just be attacking. Some of them will be trying to knock out the ships or installations' power. So hopefully we're going to get something happen. Oh, while I'm at it. Oh, there we go.
Hostile forces in range. This is an open call to any nearby pilots. We need help.
Alright, so in this case I'm going to pick the defenders. I'm going to launch my fighter.
Good to have you with us. Now take out those raiders.
And then we can select a ship.
Fighter is clear of the
Get
mothership.
into it.
Copy that, Commander. Engaging enemy now.
This is a Keelback, which is not the most manoeuvrable ship in the world. But it has a fighter, so that's kind of useful. I usually let the fighter take as much of the shields down as possible. The fighter has got gimbaled beam lasers, which are good against shields, and I'm stacked up with multi-cannons, which is good against everything else. These are engineered, not heavily though. As you can see, this is not a manoeuvrable ship.
Enemy reinforcements incoming. Look alive.
You normally get 3 waves.
Affirmative. Maneuvering to attack position.
Target shields offline.
I've got a lock on the primary. Missiles away.
For those of you who have not played on the PS4, it does have a great
Enemy
headlock in
wiped
that
out.
you can just use the
Awaiting further orders.
motion sensors
They're targeting the power nodes.
on the controller, which is a very useful way.
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Target shields offline.
So you can see how the night vision makes targeting very easy.
Destroyed.
Things were a little hairy for a second there. No more hostiles.
We're tearing them to shreds. Keep it up.
And I also find that the different installations have different levels of difficulty. Some of them, like this is fairly easy. Probably because it's so close to the
Affirmative. Maneuvering to attack position.
to one of the main stations, so system authorities should just arrive en masse and in big numbers. But in the same system there's an installation, and I find that actually a much more challenging situation where I'm much more likely to lose my shields and gate damage. Pico turret, great act. Once Abra himself. The other useful thing I found with having a fighter is to bind the attack my target to something.
Target destroyed.
Enemy
And I
wiped
usually
out.
just leave the
Awaiting
fighter on
further
defend
orders.
status, and then if I see something I want the fighter to go off and attack, because it can usually get there a lot quicker than I can. Then I can just press a couple of buttons and off she goes. So I've just pressed that
Hear you
down.
loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Whereas normally you'd have to go down and select the fighter and then give it orders, which is this is much more easier.
Target shields offline.
The other thing you have to be careful of is not hitting the station or the ship or whatever it is you're defending, because it will turn against you and then the other ships will turn against you. So just be careful when your target is wandering in front of the structure.
Thermal attack. Gaining heat. Under attack. Frame shift charge detected.
Target is trying to jump away, Commander.
Sometimes I will target the frameshift drive in advance just in case they try and jump away, but usually they just get to it so quickly it's not an issue.
Target destroyed.
Defenders, you did it. Great
So
job.
there we go, and that was a fairly simple one, but definitely an enjoyable way to earn some credits. I mean, that was, I've got over 2 million credits, but that's between this one and one I just did previously. So it's quite a quick way of racking up the credits for combat, and with the incoming changes, I would hope that that would be even more so. So that's kind of cool. If you wanted to stack up missions as well, you will probably have to go to a neighbouring system to get a massacre mission, and also they tend to only be against anarchy factions. So, but that's worth checking out. If one of the factions at war is a anarchy faction, then you could go and get missions and stack them on top. Okay, well I hope that's been useful, and I will see you out there in the black. 07.